We are at the Circle B Park Reserve. Used to be part of the Circle B Ranch. It is now the Polk Nature Discovery Center for a beautiful nature walk. It should take us pretty much all day. We're going to bring you along with us and hopefully you enjoy the ride. If you see something you like as it pops up, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and comment down below. If you want to make fun of me, you want to compliment me, whatever, you just want to engage, comment down below. So we are at the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County. What city are you in today, you know?
I think it's Lakeland.
Is it Lakeland?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Rural Lakeland. Lakeland's pretty built up, that's why I wasn't sure. And this obviously is not built up, this is nature. From what I understand, the Circle B Bar Ranch is kind of on this whole property. And this section was given, sold, donated, whatever, to the county as a state park. It's pretty beautiful. If you're in Florida, you can do all the man-made amusements, which they are fun, and obviously we do shows about them because we enjoy them too. But really, the advantage of being in Florida is the beautiful weather, the beautiful nature, the very different nature than what you're accustomed to back home in the north. So it's just great to be out here. Now what's amazing, you noted it, it's hot as anything in the sun, but as soon as you get in the shade under the trees, beautiful breeze, it's amazing how cool and beautiful it is and calm. It feels great. So I don't know, hopefully we'll see some neat wildlife and you can check it out with us. What can I do here? Observe nature. Discovery Center. Hike. Danger. Don't molest the crocodiles. Or alligators, I should say. Oh boy. Let me see the list.
Cranes, snakes.
Well, cranes we can see at our house.
Cicadas, squirrels.
Fortunately, same for
Toads.
snakes.
Osprey.
Toads.
I don't see otters though. They're probably in the back.
So you can check off the squirrel.
There's no squirrel in the paper.
Well,
Can't check them off. I just looked. They're too common, I guess.
Decisions. What do I do? Well, I usually don't go left, but this time I'll go left. Now remember, if you see something on this episode that you like, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this type of coverage, you need to subscribe and you need to share these with your friends. So that's the only thing I ask. I do all this for you for free. The only thing I ask in return is that you like, comment, subscribe. If there's something you want to see covered that I haven't covered yet, comment below or send me an email. It's edkisselback at Loving Florida Living. So reach out, let me know what you want to see. Make fun of my terrible accent or bad hair or whatever else you want to make fun of, but just reach out, tell me something. You can tell me how much you hate, but comment in the comment section. Let me know what you like, let me know what you hate. I think it might actually be a weed though.
It probably is. Most pretty flowers are weeds.
Yeah. Here, Mom, I gave you a poisonous weed for Mother's Day. Alright, so the sign says Otter Park. I've been watching this lot for a couple minutes now. See plenty of cars parked here, see a bunch of people getting out. I've yet to see a single otter park here. So that's my goal for the day. I'm not really keen about seeing alligators. I see an alligator every day in my own backyard. Birds are cool, whatever. I want to see a live otter out in the wild. That is my goal. That'll make me happy. Hopefully dreams come true. We are in the land where dreams come true, so. There you go, Florida bugs. Bugs.
Dragonflies though.
They don't do nothing. I mean, they're just... The only damage they do is maybe your windshield. Oh, look out there.
The flower? Sure is quiet.
If you like green, plenty of it here.
Actually, it's more gray and brown.
Well, some experts say it's not easy being green.
This is a Spanish moss tree.
It's not easy being green when you're the color of leaves. This is a pretty neat look because this is definitely marshland, but it's been very dry here. We're in the basically the first day of spring today, or second day I guess. So this would be swamp, but it's dry. And I've actually never seen it like this before, but I don't really look for it. So by the end of summer, all this stuff will be completely submerged. So we got some water over here. You kind of see what I'm talking about. But that's deceptive because it looks like you could drown in there. Now I certainly wouldn't go in there because you'll get eaten. But it's probably a lot more shallow than you think. And proof of it is if you can see way over there, there's cranes. I don't know if you can see it on this little screen, but there's cranes standing. And you can tell it's not really any depth to this at all. This is definitely what you think of when you think of Florida.
You can see the trails.
Gators
and alligators go from one side to the other. Right?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what that is.
And here.
Right here's a trail. This is where the gators, because they do get mobile, mostly chill out, but they drag themselves out. You can see they make their own little trail, and then whoop, going this way. The grass is all flattened out when they go from the one little swamp to the other swamp. Groovy. But I didn't mention it earlier. I'll mention it now. I'll probably mention it again. This is all available for my very favorite admission price. $0. No dollarinis. Free. Perfectly free. And so much more beautiful. I mean, there's some amazing things that man has built. The 9 wonders of the world, whatever. But the stuff that God built, so much more impressive.
It's great that you added 2 extra wonders of the world.
9?
There's 7.
Well, I was counting you.
Yeah, okay.
I wonder, why wonder why there's only 7.
Why would you run short?
Now, cranes, you don't have to be in the wild to see the cranes. They'll be in your neighborhood. If you come down, they are everywhere. Pretty friendly birds. In fact, a lot of the wildlife here is very friendly towards man. I don't know what the deal is, why they're so much more used to people, but they really don't skedaddle, other than the turtles. Turtles hate us. I look out my window and the turtles all flee and jump into the pond. But all the other wildlife is pretty cool with mankind. Where do you see the babies? You said they saw babies?
There was one,
Right?
Oh, right near.
there,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. They are babies.
Yeah.
You said
there's
babies.
one
You
right
meant
by it,
babies. They
yeah.
look like salamanders.
Yeah.
Well, that means
She's a
time for
big
me to
girl.
leave then. I ain't messing with no mama with babies.
You don't want to be dinner?
No.
She's not,
If you're gonna see an alligator eating man, it'll be me eating some alligator nuggets,
Look, they're laughing
not the
at us.
vice versa.
The bird's laughing at us.
Yeah, they are laughing.
You're
See, they think I'm funny. Now it's funny, I'm not a skittish person by nature.
Okay.
And don't mind being near the gators when they're just chilling out. But when you're working on this path, you hear noises constantly. It's probably turtles or whatever, like little animals. Birds. Just getting off the trail real quick when you come up, when you hear like the snap of a twig, the rustling of the brush, or a splash a couple feet from you, you're kind of like the whole time, because you think a gator's coming to get you. Now, so you don't think we're completely irresponsible down here or like lost our blooming minds. We are aware of when it's dangerous and when it's not as dangerous, and this section of the park does close down shortly. In the spring, you won't be allowed back here where all the gators are, because it's tied into like mating and, more importantly, birthing season. So once again, I've said it so many times in these videos, but I'll keep saying it: don't go near a mama gator or a mama anything when the babies are around. So that's pretty much the reason. We already saw there was a mother with tiny little babies, like only what, a couple inches big.
Yeah, not big.
So I got away from that pretty quick, and that's why they're going to be shutting down relatively soon. But this is pretty neat. I mean, I feel like I'm glad I started doing these videos, because I didn't take advantage of everything that is so available to us. And this is literally like 20 minutes, half hour from our house.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time I've been there, and I wish I'd been here more often. And I will definitely be back. The hills might be alive with the sound of music, but the marshlands are alive with the sound of birds singing. I don't know if you can hear, I'm sure you can.
Turtle.
Little turtles.
Yeah. Right here.
Hello, little turtle.
Oh, there's another little one. That's cute.
Yeah,
Our turtles are bigger. You're tiny.
yeah, we do have big turtles.
You're tiny.
Their gators are bigger, our turtles are bigger. I'll leave it that way. I had big turtles and little gators, and
Well, I feel like I'm in Predator.
turn around, turn around. Turn around, turn around.
You hear him?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, it's the predator bird.
Yeah.
So is this something you can get used to? I think so.
Yeah.
Left or right? Decisions, decisions.
Left.
Oh, what was that? Little rodent. Alright, so a minute ago I said should we go right or left. Stacy chose left, but I think this guy over here had something else in mind. So I think we are probably going to go right instead. Let's say it's time to turn around. What do you think? So these are,
Can't run anymore.
what do they call those canaries? These are our canaries, which is appropriate because they're from Pennsylvania like us. So our coal mine canaries are walking ahead of us. If they get eaten, we know we should not walk this way. Oh no, he's going.
He's back home.
He's retreating. What's that? Is it on right there?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, it's in.
Right here.
Oh,
Just saw one in the wood
one of the
back
dark
there,
ones.
too.
no, man. Get that. He's over there, so you can see the leaves moving.
Yeah, he's still there.
You don't see him, but you see the leaves that are attached to him. Oh, there he is. So he backed off.
Hi, buddy.
In case you're wondering what happened, I flexed and he ran away, which I wish was true, but the reality is this gentleman just walked up to him and the gator ran away, so I don't know. He's got, yeah, I don't know, this gentleman here has more balls than a female pen swimmer.
Keep going.
Got him. So here's a surprising little thing. Even though we are out in the middle of, let's say, nowhere, or if you have a neat naturist perspective, in the middle of everywhere, got good, pretty good cell phone reception out here. So if you're addicted to your phone, you could still be tweeting or doing whatever while you're on your nature trail, which would defeat the purpose. Or more importantly, if you get lost, you could GPS yourself out here and find your way back on the walking trail. So as they said in American Werewolf in London, stick to the trails.
On your map, there's different plants and stuff. I think it's on your map.
So it's like one of those plants that the guy in a red shirt, Star Trek, would sniff, and it would spray on him, and he'd either die or fall in love. Pretty much the same thing. So the one negative, I'm surprised. I mean, it's definitely clean, but I would think they'd want to put trash cans, maybe outhouses on the path, which they don't. But people aren't disgusting animals here, so I guess they just carry their trash. Like the signs say out here, leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but pictures. It looks like the majority of people, if not almost everyone universally, does follow that rule. But it would be nice to be able to throw our beverage containers away instead of carrying them. It's a very, very minor complaint, not much of a complaint. So I don't know if the wind sleeve is doing its job on the microphone or you can hear the wind blowing, but it's really interesting with Florida being so flat. Even though it's 84 degrees right now, I'm not really hot at all. Are you hot?
A little bit. Not that bad.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe where our backpacks are on our bodies, it's a little more sweaty, but I don't know, I feel good. Breezy, the wind through my hair feels good. So I don't know. I think I found a shortcut how to get back. I think we just go this way. This here is typical Florida. You'll see the same thing on the highways. It says left 1 mile to center, right 2 miles to center. I never understand how I leave anywhere down here and it says I can go left or right to get to the same destination. It makes zero sense. I don't know, that's how everything is here, because everything circles because you're always going around lakes. So does this guy think he's hiding? It's like kids when they're playing hide and go seek and they cover their eyes. They think they can't be seen. How crazy is how close things are. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't even tell. But yeah, there you go, there's a gator right there.
I was moving now, moving towards you.
And the bird
We see you.
is right there. So what do you say is better? A zoo, where you're guaranteed to see animals, but they're in cages and it's like pre-packaged for you, but you see more, or this, where you're like experiencing them in the real world out in the wild?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50?
At least you can walk around, there's not a lot of crowds. You can see what you want, go where you want.
You
You
like,
might see something interesting, you might not. Like you said, zoos, everything's in cages. you're pretty much guaranteed to see the cages, not so much the animals if it's hot or if it's feeding time.
That's true too. We've been to some zoos where the animals hide further away from you than they do here. He's neat.
That's really cool.
What is that one? It's got another heron, I guess.
Alright.
Heron.
It's pretty.
You're like my pronunciation checker.
Yeah, it's not a heron. It's a heron.
Heron. Alright.
He agrees with me.
I talk funny. So you can see one side of this trail, the water is pretty clear. It's like normal water. It's like if you're an idiot, where you probably maybe swim in.
I don't see any herons though.
No herons. This one's a lot more swampy. It's got that marsh, like green. So probably even more gators hiding out on this side.
You think you'll
Just
see a
can't see.
crane?
A crane? You're trying to be funny, right? That's crane. I get you. Heron.
We got a
Heron.
egret.
Egret. I know what that's supposed to be. Alright. So I'm cool. Oh, morning.
Oh,
Nah, it's a lot. Oh, baby, check this out.
oh, that's
That
pretty.
is cool.
Hi,
You are
buddy.
groovy.
Can I get your picture? You're gonna fly away.
Yeah, get a picture of that. Cool is how prehistoric these animals look. I think we have a false sense of prehistoric biology and
That's pretty cool.
what they call evolution just because of environments. You're in a cold environment, you're not used to seeing animals like this.
He likes his picture taken.
Yes, I guess we do.
Yeah. What we see in Jurassic Park stuff is really just a result of
He's really
hot
cool.
weather where the lizards are big. I mean, these skeletons of these things are pretty much exactly what we'd see in the dinosaur bones. This stuff is awesome. It's
He's
just,
resting on his neck. That's funny.
look at
His
that.
neck turns like that. He's really cool. You're skinny, dude. You better eat more.
He's smart. He's not even floating. He's laying on a log. Lazy boy.
I like your little rat tail. She's pretty.
Birdie, birdie, birdie. Say cheese.
Was he on the one on the road?
Nah. Oh, you know what?
He might
Yeah,
be.
probably.
That's cool. I guess they're used to people. I mean, who's watching this when you're not running?
So all the animals down here are used to people. When you got flamingos walking in the parking lot of supermarkets,
True.
like, so one of the neatest things about being down here is how comfortable animals are around people. I don't know. I mean, I guess it helps the fact that they're so big,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know.
4 o'clock.
He was there for a good 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
There must have been it was good eating. Because he was rooting.
Yeah, he's not afraid of us. His buddy took a dive.
Well, he's a lot bigger too.
Yeah. See if there's any more gators.
Oh, okay. Ooh, here.
Big boy.
Where'd he go? Uh-oh. I don't like when he disappears. Well, hopefully it's because he was running away. I don't know where he went.
I'm looking.
I know where I'm going.
I'm looking for any type of movement in the water. I don't know where he went.
So I gotta say, obviously this isn't the same as like laying on the beach because you're just laying there not moving. But in terms of psychological serenity, I mean, I don't. What do you think?
This is
For
nice.
relaxation, this is probably more relaxing, quiet. If you hit the beach, as much as I love it, you're going to be hearing 3 different obnoxious musics playing out of someone's boombox, all conflicting with each other. It wouldn't even be bad if you heard one. You're going to have all the craziness of the beach. Here, this is just nature. You and nature. Just loving God's creation. Who's that popular artist guy? The fuzzy hair?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. So Bob Ross is pretty good. Gotta give him credit. But he doesn't even hold a candle to what God does. I mean, this thing is amazing art, and it's motion and live. You can feel it, you can smell it. I guess you could taste it if you really want to, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not an expert on what's poisonous and what's not. But pretty. What am I looking at? Oh, look at that cute bird.
He's pretty. Is that a finch? Might be a finch. He's pretty.
How did you see that?
I just saw color.
So, still no otters. We've seen plenty of birds, plenty of reptiles, and no otters. Now, we'll see a mammal up there, so maybe we're getting closer, although she thought it was maybe a pig, because we know they're in here, but not. It's a big-ass raccoon. And that raccoon
He's not afraid of us yet.
is not afraid of us. Well, at least not yet. That's kind of weird. Is he coming to get fed, or coming to bite us, or what?
I don't have anything for him now.
Hey, trash panda. No, he's keeping this. All right, typical Florida animal.
Oh wait, not yet.
He's giving us room, but not afraid. He's not running away like he's terrified, but he's not trying to scare us either. He's just kind of.
I'm gonna move over.
Hold on, why don't you stay to my side here?
They are cute though.
That was interesting. You know what they remind me of? What were the ones in Mexico? Cody's, yeah. It reminds me of a Cody. Like, we're afraid of raccoons because we're told they're rabbit, but I don't know. That's funny. See a raccoon?
Here, there's a couple of these fish. It might be worth taping this one.
Oh, those big fish? Oh, yeah, they're neat.
They're all around.
Big
I would say
fishies.
sturgeon, but I'm not 100% sure if they're sturgeons or not.
How many years of medical school do they have to go to? Don't know. Not a fisherman. Or as you say, fisherman. A lot of them in here, though. I wonder if they're edible. Yeah, these turtles aren't afraid. The ones that are
Oh, he was.
He is. I stand corrected. I think I have them. So this is Lake Hancock, named after the famous Herbie Hancock. I'm just kidding, but it is Lake Hancock. So this is an interesting fact. Below 86 degrees, it'll likely hatch female, and above 93, likely hatch male. So fathers, you're trying to make sure you have a boy, I guess wear like thermal underwear. So my wife did the eagle wingspan, so she thought I should do the bald eagle wingspan. I don't get it. Now, normally I wouldn't care about squirrels, but one of the weird things of Florida is I don't see them. The only place they've existed so far are the amusement parks and the resorts, probably because there's so much people dropping so much food. They're not around neighborhoods at all. But I guess this could kind of qualify as an amusement park.
He's not afraid.
But like I said, look how unfearful the animals are down here. Like I could actually pet this guy. Right? We're with Paula, and you come here often?
About 2 or 3 times a week.
So you're like our resident expert.
Well, I don't know if I call me that, but yeah.
What's the draw? Why do you come back so often?
Because I like walking around, and every time you come here, there's something different. You see a lot of different animals, a lot of different gators, a lot of different positions of the gators, and like different. Every time you come, it's something different.
It's totally different than taking a walk in your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Like I said, it's different. The movement of the water's different. The animals are different. The birds are different. Every time you come, it's something different.
And you're from Winter Haven now?
I live in Winter Haven now. I'm originally from Pennsylvania.
How long were you been in Winter Haven?
Oh gosh, about 35 years.
Oh, you're from Winter Haven at this point.
You know, you can't say you're really
only
from
30.
here.
You look like you're 36. You lived in Pennsylvania for 1 year.
Well, I'm a little older than 36. Yes.
All right. So you tell us you're from around the Erie area.
Yep, a little town outside of Erie called Northeast.
All right. So for people that don't know, we're from Pennsylvania as well, and to us, Erie is cold.
Yes.
So that is we're from the southeast corner of Pennsylvania. They're from the northwest corner of Pennsylvania. It's like basically they're almost in Canada.
Yeah, I do not miss the cold. I love the Florida weather. I will stay here. Do not miss it at all.
So you couldn't do this in Erie?
No.
No.
No. Maybe 2 months out of the year in the summer, and we don't have nothing like this around there at all.
And I take it, so you're a proponent of Florida lifestyle.
Yes, absolutely.
So you fit in with the Topaz name, you're loving Florida living?
I love Florida living except July and August, but you know, I deal with it as long as I have air conditioning.
You've already picked up the accent a little bit. You got a little Polk County in your little Polk County twang.
Yeah, yes. I say y'all. Yeah.
All right. So if people are thinking about moving down here from the Northeast or like Erie, what should they know before they come down? What should they be warned about? Or
Lots of bugs.
Okay.
Lots of wildlife. Lots of the weather constantly changing. There's the heat. You got to have air conditioning. The weather's ever changing. Hurricanes. They're not familiar with hurricanes, but every day is a new. It's something different. It's ever changing, so you can't get used to anything normal.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye. So I'm not crapping on Tampa at all, but it is the #1 fastest growing city in the country. And honestly, I don't understand it. I really think the reason is with Tom Brady down there on the Buccaneers, people just know of it. They know it's near water. Now, if I was picking a city to live in, I would definitely choose Tampa over Philadelphia or any other city in the United States. So if you determine to live in a city, yeah, Tampa's great. But for the prices, if you guys are thinking about water, the bay is not the only water out there. Now, we're moving from Central Florida towards the ocean because I want to be on the ocean because it has waves. That's what I'm used to. But the bay doesn't even move. The bay moves less than this lake does. So if you want water, you don't necessarily have to be at the ocean or the bay. There are tons of waterfront properties all around Central Florida for a much, much lower price. Now, you know, the advantage of the ocean, you can't see the other side. The bay, you can't see the other side. This, you can see the other side, but I mean, so what? This is beautiful. So if you want waterfront property, or at least near water, for half the price, I don't know. I'm not telling you not to go to Tampa, but I personally want to go to Tampa. I think the way to go is, if you want waves, you go to the ocean. If you want water, you stay Central Florida. You get a much less expensive, much nicer house, and without that urban city environment. I don't know, I think that's the way to go. But that's me. It's all about what you want. So I'm a little disappointed. Didn't see any otters. Didn't even see where that would have been a possibility. It wasn't like they were hiding. Did you see anywhere where you should have found otters? So, but when we came here originally, I didn't even know that was a possibility. So I can't be too mad about that. If I saw otters, this probably would have been one of the greatest days of my life. But on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rank this experience, this day out in the park?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Factor in the cost of, once again, I will tell you, is $0. Absolutely free. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. Pretty good. So I would come back. I'm kicking myself that I've been here in Florida for 3 years, and this area, like a half hour away, 20 minutes away, for 2 years. I haven't been here once, but I guarantee I will be back, or I'll be back. So it was a good experience. Now, if you want to join us, give me a call. I'm Ed Kisselback, 609-553-7674, and I can help you get into an area where you could experience this on a weekly or daily basis, that when you take your walk, it's not just around the neighborhood, but it's through God's neighborhood. So just give me a call, Ed Kisselback, 609-553-7674. Life is short. You got to get out here, live where you want to live. Does it make sense to vacation one place and live somewhere else? If you have to because of work or other commitments, sure, I guess. But if you have the opportunity to live where you vacation, and every day can be a vacation, why don't you do it? So if, like me, you're loving Florida living, come on down and join this wonderful daily adventure. Still no otters.